Grand Rising, happy Tuesday. I pray everybody's having a productive, positive start to your day today. If not, I pray that your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and of course the Most High help you with that today. I also pray that He clothes us in His armor from head to toe, that He strengthens our discernment and guides our steps as we go throughout this day. I'm here to do the daily devotion from Sarah Young's Jesus Calling for October 8th, 2024. I love you with everlasting love. The human mind cannot comprehend my constancy. And I wasn't sure what that word meant, so I went and looked it up. The definition of constancy is quality of being faithful and dependable. So, the human mind cannot comprehend my faithful and dependable. Right. Your emotions flicker and falter in the face of varying circumstances, and you tend to project your fickle feelings onto me. Thus, you do not benefit fully from my unfailing love. You need to look beyond the flux of circumstances and discover me gazing lovingly back at you. This awareness of my presence strengthens you as you receive and respond to my love. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Let my love flow into you continually. Your need for me is as constant as the outflow of my love to you. She references Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 3, Exodus chapter 15, verse 13, and Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. You know, it all kind of always goes back to the same thing. Faith. Works without faith is, how does that go? Works without faith is dead. We can do all the good things in the world. We can donate and, our time, our energy, our money. But if you don't have faith in something else, those deeds basically go unnoticed. Don't get me wrong. We're supposed to do good things. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself, right? Love thy enemies. Feed them, clothe them, give them a roof over their head, even if you know they're your enemy. We're supposed to be better than the enemy. We're supposed to love them despite whether they show love to us or not, right? We're told to do that. In reality, I don't need to be told to do that because that's just who I am naturally. But it's also in our nature when we know somebody has ill intentions towards us, or not even ill intentions, but they're just not good to us. It's in our human nature to not want to be good to those people. And of course, I will say that, if somebody is hurting you, whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, it's a good thing to distance yourself from those people. But you can still pray for them. You can still, if they're in need and you're able to fill that need, please do so. Because I don't really want to say it gets you brownie points. It doesn't really get you, I don't want to say it like that, but it just shows that you're the better person. That you're not going to let their mistreatment of you reflect who you are as a person. You're not going to drop down to their level. And for some people, that's easier said than done, especially depending on what the circumstance is. Sometimes it's very difficult to not drop down to their level, to not want to, retaliate or seek revenge for what they've done, what they've said, how they've made you feel. It's natural to feel that way. But at the same point, you don't want to feed in to those feelings. And that's where faith comes in. believing, truly believing that the spirit realm will step up for you, that they will make it right, that you don't need to take it into your own hands, that no, it may not happen in the time that you would like, it may not happen in the way that you would like, but it's not up to us to decide people's karma, people's fate, the punishment that they receive for whatever that they've done, or in some cases, things that they should have done that they didn't do. So please try to remember that in those moments when somebody has taken advantage of you, somebody has done you wrong, somebody has put crap on your name, smear campaigns, I mean, you name it, I've been through it. And in a lot of cases, it was my own family, my own flesh and blood that did that to me. And I know there's a lot of people in this world that have been through a lot of the same or at least similar situations. And that makes it very hard. You know, it's in our nature that we want to stand up and defend ourselves. And to a point, there's nothing wrong with that. Speak your truth, but then walk away from it and let it go. And put it in God's hands. Put it in the hands of somebody that can do something about it without the repercussions falling back on you. So many people that I've met throughout my life end up, you know, losing their jobs or ending up in jail, or, you know, just end up in a really bad place in their life because they took it into their own hands. I have met over the years so many people that not only give in to that kind of energy, but they feed it. And I get it, you know, especially when it's something major. You know, my whole life was torn apart by things that people were saying about me that weren't true. I lost my business. I lost my job. I had to walk away from my home. My son, Bluebird. Oh, I wish I had my glasses on. That's a big one. Good morning. Oh, it's right here outside my window. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. How beautiful. Good morning. I would open the window so that you could hear it, but a bunch of stuff would fall over if I did that right now. It is beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation. Just remember that when those things happen, it's a test of your character. Maybe not a test by the world, but a test from the Most High, from our angels, from our ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides. They want to see, can you walk away and give up the control and give it to them? Now, this morning, the scripture about the mustard seed came up in my videos that I watched this morning before I came on. And it talks about faith as small as a mustard seed. And I talked about this the other day. Yes, that is all you need to get started. But just like with anything else, when you practice having that faith, when you grow stronger in that faith, every time you do it, you get a little bit better at it. It gets easier to not open your mouth and just walk away. It gets easier to just throw up your hands and say, God, take it. I'm not going to say it's always easy, because it's not. But the more you do it, the easier it gets for you. And then the stronger you get in your faith, the more changes that it produces. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. God bumps. It changes things inside of you where eventually you don't even want to do that. You don't want to put yourself in that situation, in that energy, because all it's going to do is drag you down. Emotionally, spiritually, sometimes even physically. I'm not saying it's easy. Walking the spiritual path is not easy. People will come up against you just because, to test you. Oh, she's not really that kind of person. Look, I'm going to show you. Just watch how she acts when I talk about this. Don't believe it? You should. There are people that they don't necessarily come into your life for that reason, but because they are there, the evil one will use them to test you. And depending on where you're at in your journey, you may not pass. You may give in to that temptation, that agitation. People will come to you and push those buttons just to turn you on, just to get you fired up. They will push all, and don't think they don't know how to do it. They're the one that they worship educates them just like the higher ups that we worship inform us. If you listen to your body, you'll know. You can feel the energy changing. You might have somebody that comes into your life, and when they first come into your life, they have genuinely good intentions. They want to help you. They want to teach you. They want to work with you. But then they get sucked in to the dark side. They get jealous, they get intimidated, they get frustrated. Some people like that say that they're walking the right path, but they're really not. And then they come in contact with you, and you are, and you're everything that you say you are, because you walk in truth, you walk in the light with no shame of it. They'll get intimidated. They'll get mad because they're not like you, because they're not making the right choices, and they will take it out on you. And instead of them trying to level up, they will try to bring you down to their level, because it's easier for them than having to do the work to level up. Leveling up isn't easy. It goes against every fabric of our worldly life. But we're not supposed to be like the world. We're in the world, but we're supposed to be different. We're supposed to show people that you can be different, that you can make it without lying, without cheating, without stealing, without manipulating, being honest and forthcoming. I've dealt with it in so many ways with so many different people. I'm going to give this one example and then I'm going to finish up. Anytime a man comes into my life, no matter how it occurs in the conversation, I always put the information out there that I've been celibate for years. I have no plans of breaking my celibacy, and I have no plans on falling into that trap of temptation. I'm not going to sit on your bed. I'm not going to hug your neck. I'm going to keep walking my path. And if you can't handle that, then you don't need to be a part of my life. And in all situations, I want to encourage everybody to stand 10 toes down in whatever that path is, whatever that temptation is that's being presented to you. Stand on faith and stand up for what's right for you. I can't do my regular ending because I'm running out of time. Be blessed, find peace, and I'll see you next time.